Hi, welcome to my Not a Sewing channel. I'm Emily. I am your hostess. And wow, I am really not liking my arms right now in this dress. Being a bigger, plus sized, whatever you want to call me, woman, I have parts of my body that I don't particularly love. I think everyone has those, no matter what your size, but I feel like as a plus-sized woman, they hurt our feelings on a more regular basis and more often. Yeah. I mean, that means the same thing, but you know what I mean. One of those things is upper arms, just like, it's like, oh, not too bad. Bleh. Not too bad. Bleh. And so usually I'm not a fan of like little cap sleeves. So I will like wear a shirt under it, or I'll wear something over it or something. But it is so warm in my house right now. I turned the fan off because it makes noise that I don't know if the video will pick up on. So I turned it off and I'm already sweating. In fact, usually there is a fan, like a hand fan, within really close proximity of me. So, okay, that's so much better. Anyway, so I have just decided that I did not want to change my clothes, and I don't want to put a shirt on over this because I'm sure you noticed that I'm a plus-sized woman. So if you thought that I had really skinny arms to go with this body, I think that's more of a you problem than a me problem. Yeah, your perception is really funky. I've been trying to decide what to say on this video today because it's been a day. It's really been a day. I fell down my stairs today. I was being super productive this morning and midday, super productive. I have been working on my Regency outfits for a big event this weekend. I'm really excited. The Washington Regency Society and the local JASNA group, which is the Jane Austen Society of North America. The local group, which is, I think, Seattle group is the local group for this general area, have banded together and are doing a whole Regency Day. They're calling it a Regency house party. And it's, ew, I hate this. Alexa, skip. Much better. That's right. I keep her on in the background. Just nice and soft, usually acoustical classical music that is not rights free. What is the term? Oh, I don't remember. Anyway, she can do everything. Like, it's kind of amazing. She's just like my little house elf. Okay, actually, we're not going there. We're not going to talk about anything from HP, especially not this month. Oh my goodness. Hi, everyone. Okay, sorry about the edit. I know, you're probably like, what just happened? There was an edit. An edit happened. Did the sky fall in? Is the world coming to an end? Should I run down the street screaming? Should I start storing food? Should I leave my significant other for that person in high school that I really love and have been thinking about all these years? The answer is, you should really talk to someone about that. No. Uh, Me and Alexa just got into a disagreement about if opera is considered um, royalty free, instrumental, classical music. I mean, hello, opera. No, it's not. So, I don't remember at all where I left off. Um, so I'm just going to push forward. So there's this big Regency event this weekend. Um, in this, these two Regency groups, local big Regency groups, are banding together to put this event together, and it's there's a day portion which is going to include some lectures, um, and card games, probably whist, that's played in like every Jane Austen movie that's ever been made, playing whist. And there's going to be a couple of other activities. And then in the evening, there is going to be a ball. I know. I know. Are you so excited? I'm so excited. So I have been fixing up one of my ball gowns, fixing up one of my day dresses, fixing my bonnet, fixing my gloves. Okay, basically fixing everything, because everything I own is a complete wreck and a mess, and there are so many issues with everything, and everything needed fixing. And I'm really excited because me and one of my girlfriends have been just sewing like crazy people together, and it's so fun to have a friend to sew with. I haven't really had a sewing friend for a while. I don't do great sewing with people because I get distracted really easily, and then I also want to help them get their stuff done, and then I don't get my stuff done. But with this friend, we sit there and do our hand sewing together and talk. We try to watch stuff, but like the other night we were trying to watch Austenland. She hadn't seen it. Can you imagine? And if you haven't seen it, read the book first. Okay, read the book first, then then see the movie. The movie is on Amazon Prime right now. Anyway, it's adorable, and I want to be Miss Charming when I grow up. What was I talking about? Anyway, we were trying to watch it, but we just kept talking. It was so much fun. So me and my two girlfriends are making a whole day out of it. It's going to be so fun. We're getting together in the morning, and then we're going to go to tea before the day events begin. We're going to a tea room in Seattle that I've never been to before, but I've always wanted to go. So we're going to go all dressed up in our Regency outfits. And then we're going to go to the Regency Day activities. And then I'm going to come home to change and grab handsome hubby, who has agreed to escort me to the ball. And I'm really excited because handsome hubby is just so handsome. He's so handsome anyway, but when he dresses up, he's just like amazingly handsome. And I just love it when he escorts me to balls. And I'm excited too because I promised my two friends, or at least one of my friends, I'm not sure the other one knows this, but Andrea, if you're watching, that he will dance with them too, because in the past I've only been able to do about 2 dances in a row, and then I need to sit down and rest my feet for about a dance or so, because it's a lot. I don't have the kind of endurance and stamina that is needed for like a whole night of dancing. And what we've done in the past is at past events, because there was a big Regency ball we used to go to when we lived in Utah. I would when I needed to sit down, I would scan the room and find ladies who were there like by themselves, no one to dance with really, who were just kind of wallflowers. And I would send him over there to ask them to dance. I think my favorite time this happened is when we were at this Regency ball, and I saw this sweet old lady sitting over there in this beautiful dress, and her white hair was all up with curls and everything, so pretty. And I said, "Oh, hey, go over and ask her to dance. She hasn't danced at all." And he was a little worried, she seemed quite old and worried she might not be able to dance. And I said, "Well, she'll let you know." And he went over, and I watched this. He went over to ask her to dance. And and he's so proper. So he goes over and he bows and then puts out his hand and asks her to dance. And this is this little old lady sitting there. She's like, and like the whole time they were dancing, she just had this look on her face like, oh. And he actually brought her over to talk to me afterwards, and she was like, "This is your husband? Oh my goodness." When he came over to me, I thought like a Jane Austen hero had come to life and was asking me to dance. And anyway, I got stories. I could tell you stories, but needless to say, he walks into the rooms and hearts are broken because he just, handsome husband, ladies, gents, whoever you are, all of y'all, handsome hubby. So he's coming. He's escorting me to the ball. Super excited about that. Super excited. I know they're gonna have places there for people to change and primp and whatever, but I figure I'll just change at home because I need to pick him up. My house is a disaster area still. I know, still. Part of the problem is because I have an event like every weekend this month, and I have to sew for that event every week this month. I have barely made a dent in the messy house issues. And I would love to say, "Oh, I can do that in July," but I do have some costume college, both sewing and also teaching prep that I need to get done in July. So August. I'm going to clean my house in August, probably. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. But that does mean that there will be a Sunday video vlog thing all about the Regency ball. It's going to be awesome. And I don't know, might pop some pictures and stuff on Instagram for you a little early on Saturday, because we're going to be cute. I tell you, my friends have been messaging me pictures of the outfits they're making, and so cute. Let me just tell you, there is something about the white Regency dress that is just, there is something about it that just is perfection, that angelic white. In the Regency era, they did wear color, and I know I already went over why they wore white or shades of off-white or very pale pastels to balls and grand events in the Regency era. But white was a favorite color in general, especially during the summer. And there are just so many gorgeous, lightweight, embroidered white summer dresses, flowy summer dresses, tons of extant ones. You can find them in portraits. You can find them in fashion plates. Just stunning. All these beautiful, and there's something about a lady in white that just makes her seem above it, ethereal, floating above the cares of the day. I just, mm, mm, I love it. I love it so much. I love it. I'm excited to see it all. All of it. I'm so excited. I'm also working on an event that is happening a week from Saturday. And I was supposed to post a location for it. And it's funny, I had 3 locations I was deciding from. And then someone who I don't actually know, who's been invited by someone who I do know, who is attending, posted to the event, what about these 20 other locations that would also work? And I'm like, wait, no, don't give me a bunch of other beautiful gardens to choose from, because choices. So I have been stalking these places online. I have been messaging people who live nearby them. I've gone to check a couple of them out myself, doing all this legwork to figure out where it's going to be. But it's going to be amazing. So on Saturday the 17th, me and a bunch of beautiful ladies are having our 18th century pastoral picnic. If you've been following along, folks, you'll know that a couple of years ago, I wanted to make... Where'd she go? She's always around. Well, I have a pastoral Barbie. She's based on a painting, an 18th century painting of a pastoral shepherdess. The pastoral movement was basically influenced by Marie Antoinette when she became disillusioned with court life and wanted a simpler life. So she had one created for her. Gosh, it's good to be queen. Anyway, of course, everyone loved the aesthetics that Marie Antoinette came up with. So, well, not everyone, but a lot of people did. So, and we still love them today. So, anyway, so I've been planning to make this outfit for a couple of years. And my good friend, Rebecca from Lady Rebecca Fashions, has been the past few years, hey, when are you making your pastoral outfit? Because I want to make one too, so we can run amok. And I'm like, yeah, we need to do that. Let's do that this year. Didn't happen. And she finally was like, well, I'm making mine, so catch up. So she made hers, and it is beautiful. Go look at it. If you have not seen the videos on her making of it or seen the pictures, go to her Instagram, go to her YouTube, whatever. Go watch. Go see. Beautiful. And after I saw that she'd made hers, I was like, you have been shamed. Because you've been talking about this for years and your friend got fed up and just bypassed, said, I'm doing it. Good for her. Oh my goodness. Because if people waited for me to get things done, it's like watching paint dry or trying to watch a pot boil or trying to watch your dog eat his dinner. George, go eat your dinner. Go eat it. Please, go eat your dinner. Go on. Go on. Oh my gosh. I don't know what. Oh, gosh. Puppy momming, right? Anyway, so I'm finally in the midst of making it. In fact, I found the perfect fabric for the apron. Granted, I found the perfect fabric for the apron like 2 years ago on eBay, but it got lost in my sewing room. I know, you're like, oh, Emily, why can't you stay organized? Why can't you figure this out? I know. I ask myself that basically on a daily basis. But this beautiful piece of lace, actually, with it all folded up, I just realized it's kind of hard to see. It looks so much like the pattern on the painting and on the Barbie. It's so perfect. It will basically be absolutely perfect for the apron. Now, I have been hemming and hawing. Now, if you don't know what the phrase hemming and hawing means, it means going, going back and forth on if I want to be 100% true to the portrait or portrait / Barbie, or if I want to make it my own. As if you follow me, you may know, I am a big supporter of, if you're going to copy something like a portrait or if you're gonna copy art or like a fashion plate or something like that, I believe that you should make some changes, even if they're small, even if they're just little changes, to make it kind of yours, to put your twist on it, so that you're not just 100% copying the work of someone else, of an artist, of a fashion designer. It doesn't matter if they've been dead for 200 years or whatever. You're copying someone else's work. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be like, that's ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. And that's fine. That is fine. I'm often ridiculous. I get it. It's just my personal feelings. So I'm all for making some changes and stuff. So I've been looking it over thinking, what do I wish this had? For example, the bottom of the skirt is very, very plain. I think it would be really nice to add a ruffle. Plus, in paintings, in a lot of this portrait art, for all you know, no. Hang on. And we're back. Sorry. It was getting along there, and as we know, my phone likes to cut me off when it's getting along there. So I always like to preemptively stop it and start a new one. And I don't remember what I was talking about. I remember I was stuck on the words new and no. Shoot. It's gone. It's completely gone. And you're probably like, why don't you pause this and go look at the other video? And I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I know. But welcome to my videos, people. That's not what I do. I just forget what I'm talking about and move on mid-thought. Yeah. So interesting. Okay. Hey. Good news though. I've come up with 2 space opening up ideas for my sewing room. And I'm trying to decide which of the 2 to do. one of them may not work. So if that's the case, then I will do the other one. If I decide to do the other one and you decide to visit me, you're sleeping on an air mattress. Yeah, no more guest bed. Because, you know, that guest bed gets used like once a year, maybe twice, while I am suffering with no space. I need the space. Yeah. Ooh, there's like a lag on the video. Ooh, if you ever wonder why I'm not looking at the camera and I'm looking over this direction instead, this way, not at the camera, this way, it's because over here is the video. Like, I can see myself. Over there is a black strip, and because of all the light behind me, I can't even see the camera, really. I know the camera's over there. I can't really see it. Where over here, I can kind of see me. I mean, I'm kind of blinded by the light, but I can kind of see me. So that's way more interesting than black strip. I feel like I had something else I was going to say. I feel like Boo! Boo. You know what I really want to do? If anyone wants to do this at like Emerald City Comic Con one year, please tell me. I really want them to dress up like Buttercup when she's made queen in her dream, and I want to dress up like the old hag lady and just follow her around the convention going boo, boo, boo the whole time. I think that would be amazing. I also think that there should be more Crazy Ex-Girlfriend sing-alongs. I think I need more of those in my life. I also hate my white walls. I mean, hate is a really strong term, huh? Yeah, I really hate them. I would love to decorate more and like do more. I was talking to my friend the other day and I was like, hey, it's funny. I've never really decorated my space since moving out of my parents' house when I was 18. I've never really decorated my space fully. Like, this is my house, and this room is completely done and decorated. Like, I've never done that. After I turned 18, I basically moved every 2 years until I was 32, and then it was like every 4 years. No, 32. No, 20, 26? No. 29. Wait. I'm trying to do math. My head hurts. Oh, stop doing math. Stop. Calm down. You don't have to do math. No one cares. No one cares how often you moved and what those dates are. No one cares. You're fine. Anyway, I moved like every 2 years. And so it was like apartment after apartment after apartment. And then I finally owned a house in Utah. And I painted walls for the first time, because owning apartments, I never painted walls because I just knew that when I moved, I'd have to paint them white again. And when I bought the house in Utah, it had been flipped, and every wall in the house was painted this like pale gray color. And if you like pale gray, more power to you. It is very not me. And it just made me feel cold and kind of sad a lot of the time. And so I ended up painting, my front room was like long and narrow. And so I read this article that said if you painted the short walls a dark color, it would help make the room seem like bigger and wider. So I painted them purple. This beautiful purple color. It took like 3 coats of paint. It was a labor of love, but oh, I loved those purple walls. Didn't really get around to the rest of the house before we moved here. Then when we moved to Washington, we were first in an apartment for 2 years. Now we bought this townhouse. And you're probably like, well, you can paint walls and you own your townhouse. You can paint walls and you can... But I don't like my townhouse. And we don't really want this to be it. We would love to buy a house. Now, granted, that will probably be in a few years. But I feel like if I start painting and decorating and whatnot, I'm just going to have to probably paint it back to white because no one's going to have the same taste as me. Trust me, I know. And also, I feel like if I start like really getting into decorating it and making it my own, I'll get depressed and think that I have to live here forever. So, yeah, it's kind of sad that this far in my life I still don't have my own place. It's, I remember friends would come over to my house in Utah and they'd look around and they'd be like, huh. I'd be like, what? They go, this is not, when I first met you and, knowing you and everything, this is not what I imagined for where you'd live. I think they maybe imagined like a house full of clowns or, I don't know, rainbows with like unicorns and stuff. I don't know what they imagined, but it wasn't plain walls and randomly scattered artwork and mismatched furniture and it's not really me. I'm not really surrounded by things that are me. I was for a very short period of time. My husband bought me the most beautiful Victorian furniture from this antique shop. Oh, this beautiful dining table with these gorgeous chairs, and it had a matching buffet and a matching hutch with the most beautiful woodwork and everything. And he haggled and he talked that guy down, and it was amazing. And then I found this beautiful pink. Not actual vintage, but like modern does vintage couch. So it looked Victorian, even though it was like a modern couch made to look Victorian. But I did find these beautiful, beautiful vintage chairs, like sitting chairs. And then I found this vintage hall tree. I can't remember what they're called. And I almost had my full Victorian room, and I was just going to have this Victorian front sitting room just for me. The rest of the house could be modern. I want my husband to be comfortable and happy in his space, but I was going to have my Victorian front sitting room. And then we moved here, and I knew that furniture was going to get dinged up and banged around. I knew it was going to have to sit in storage for long periods of time, and based on our track record, I knew I would probably never have the beautiful Victorian house to put it in. So I sold it to someone who loves it as much as I do, but I still message her once a year and say, don't forget that if you ever decide to sell it, you have to contact me first. I just got like really emotional and talky about furniture. Sorry. I follow a whole bunch of Instagrammers who have like Victorian homes, Victorian furniture, and Victorian setups. And I want to go visit all of them. I'm sure they would totally mind if I showed up on their porch and said, "Hi, big fan. Can I tour your house? Can I please dress up and come have tea with you in your sitting room?" But that's something I'd love to do. It's just like go tour these beautiful homes of these people who are just so lucky, to get to experience living in these historical Victorian homes. Anyway, I am just blah 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 blah. I wasn't even planning to talk about this. I don't even remember what I was planning to talk about, so apparently I am failing for this video. I was gonna talk about, oh hey, drink more water. I was gonna drink some tea, and then I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll make some iced tea. No, don't rip. Oh, Nikes. But it's so warm, and I was like, you know what? Water. Drink more water, everyone. Drink your water. Do you know you're supposed to drink like 6 to 8 glasses of water a day? I looked it up, how many like cups are in a glass and how many blah, 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 blah. Find a water bottle that you like, that you are comfortable with. Keep refilling your bottle of water every 2 hours. If it is not empty at the end of 2 hours, empty it and then empty it into your body and then refill it. Good rule of thumb. Take care of yourself. Take care of your friends. Take care of your family. Take care of strangers. Take care of those who can't take care of themselves. Take care of those who can take care of themselves. Just take care. And happy Pride.